Step into the arena of minds. On this channel, every move is a clash of strategy, every sacrifice a turning point, and every game a battle for glory. Watch two players push the limits of creativity and calculation, as we bring you the drama, suspense, and excitement of chess like never before. Wesley So opens with 1. Piliin. d4, calmly staking central territory, signaling a strategic battle where patience and structure will matter deeply. Hikaru Nakamura replies 1. And in when no sin, a set of stain, at an ypte. Nana. Enin. Nf6, developing the knight aggressively, eyes fixed on e4, already probing Wesley's intentions. Wesley So plays 2. Big a5, pinning the knight with quiet venom, hinting early pressure and long-term discomfort for black. Hikaru Nakamura answers to a case. Nanan. Under. d5, striking the center confidently, refusing to be intimidated by the pin. Wesley So chooses 3. e3, a solid flexible move, preparing development while keeping central tension under tight control. Hikaru Nakamura counters with 3 Positional. Antron. Ent. Men. c5, immediately challenging the center, sharpening the position with dynamic intent. Wesley So captures with 40. Bxf6, giving up the bishop to damage black's structure and provoke long-term weaknesses. Hikaru Nakamura recaptures 4 Pente, Famodies Sesinesen. Anton. Indiania. Indianonia. N. Two. GSF6, accepting structural scars in exchange for the bishop pair and open g-file prospects. Wesley So plays 5 Piliin. Key, reinforcing the center, methodically, preparing d4 support and flexible development diet. Hikaru Nakamura develops 5. Under. Inantimo. Ng6, bringing pressure to d4 and accelerating piece activity. Wesley So continues with 6. F3, calmly developing, reinforcing central control and preparing smooth coordination. Hikaru Nakamura strikes with 6. And no one did. F5, boldly claiming central space and signaling an uncompromising middle game. Wesley So responds 7 Piliin. Dxx5, releasing central tension and forcing black to clarify the position. Hikaru Nakamura recaptures 7 Positional. Histrotamen, Homotenetamtoptien. Jasni 9. In der Not-In. Estadian Kiel. The Wogsti Kennis Sabio in Distant and Dajtai, Kiri. bxts5. Activating the bishop with tempo, restoring material balance immediately. Wesley So expands with 8 poetry. b4. Kicking the bishop and grabbing queenside space aggressively. Hikaru Nakamura retreats 8 Permorwesen. Tis. Antin Jantaidie. NC. B7. Choosing safety over greed, preserving peace harmony .2. Wesley So adds 9. Pissed. A3. Reinforcing b4 and declaring queenside expansion, plans ditto Outplays. Hikaru Nakamura develops 9 port. Anand. And Shit Pan, Cern, Pandi. B6. Calmly centralizing and eyeing potential queenside pressure. Wesley So plays 10. Pedulmukstein. NBD2. Strengthening the center and preparing flexible knight maneuvers Dantio. Hikaru Nakamura responds 10 Punktuen. Nina Wen is so winner's sister. Unes Chenaya. And you? Andano. Ignisendian. Our gate. An ambitious rook lift, hinting at kingside counterplay and aggression. Wesley So chooses 11 Tante. E3. Solidifying dark squares and preparing kingside safety. Hikaru Nakamura plays 11. Testiogovon, Kanestistianik. Andi. Andanidajali. Esto. Awanda. Estanan and shiny. Canon. Eliandis. QSC7. Connecting pieces and supporting central ambitions. Wesley So develops 12 Penbin. Arcone. Placing the rook on the open file, targeting c5 pressure. Hikaru Nakamura castles, long with 12. In. A nation yield. Dramatically declaring opposite side intentions. Wesley So answers 13 Nostenen. QC2. Reinforcing the center and coordinating rooks and queens smoothly. Hikaru Nakamura steps aside with 13. And on. And an aid. Kite. Improving king safety before launching operations. Wesley So jumps with 14. Pendant stage case sending where you entertain. No one will be on still day, indicated in the power. NH4. Aiming at f5 and provoking weaknesses around black's king day knight. Hikaru Nakamura pushes 14. En nine men domain, and the seal, as so wished, demichain. In morning, and it had said it, you are the word assertion. A4. Closing the center forcefully, and gaining space with authority. Wesley So repositions 15-10, Penonolimustensis. NB3. Attacking c5, and improving piece coordination. T. Hikaru Nakamura, response, 15 turn. Anden, enter. Is owanime. Big E4, pinning and pressuring, injecting tactical threats immediately. Wesley So plays, 16. H3, questioning the bishop and stabilizing kingside structure. Hikaru Nakamura, retreats 16. Anino, Tino. X, choosing solidity while keeping central grip. Wesley So centralizes with 17. N4, challenging black's center, and activating knights aggressively. Hikaru Nakamura exchanges, with 17, and Next 4, simplifying and relieving pressure at the right moment. Wesley So recaptures, 18 point, es siviste sindestuun, helpshow, and extegunin einingness cures sail. CXS4, opening lines and accepting structural complexity for activity. Hikaru Nakamura grabs material with 18 to. Des Sylvium, Pedunzian. Undinomen. Inna. QXET2, boldly entering complications by trading queens. Wesley So replies, 19 poke. RxC2, restoring balance and transitioning toward a tense endgame. Hikaru Nakamura plays 19 precision. Indeed, in a enormous step, when then is saturate is bent. And then, new. Sate, activating the rook and contesting open files. Wesley So steps up with 20. KT2, centralizing the king early, showing endgame confidence. Hikaru Nakamura expands with 20. Einen, and die Servo und in dem es okay, und ja teuer. Enter scene. Afiv, beginning queenside operations with space-grabbing intent. Wesley So plays 21 dien. Tenors and Warntio. RB2, defending B4, and preparing flexible rook activity. Hikaru Nakamura captures 21 piston. On the Dunin. Moisen. Anven in his celebrates Positional. XB4, opening lines and forcing structural decisions. Wesley So recaptures 22 what pay. XP4, maintaining material balance, while accepting queenside weaknesses. Hikaru Nakamura improves king position, with 22. In Aunown. Unyanyenkan. K7, calmly stepping away from tactics. Wesley So develops 23, Toristin. B2, completing development and preparing coordination. Hikaru Nakamura centralizes 23 Depesian, pen ipsis. Nen, ambo essemen, husuminen ken, penne. Kenna. Kenina boys toya. KB6. Activating the king aggressively in the middle game. Wesley So jumps with 24. BJ4. Provoking exchanges and targeting key squares. Hikaru Nakamura, response 24 Torste. Interesting. Insay, Aldian, Anointay, Ingiotian, Opidindisha. And T. IC4, invading aggressively and seizing space. Wesley So plays 25 dive. Urbone, doubling rooks and contesting open files bravely. Hikaru Nakamura repositions with 25 doti. Anintol. Nei, Anindon, and Parent, Au, Hey. Right, reinforcing the queenside battle. Wesley So brings 26. Engage, regrouping calmly and preparing defensive resources. Hikaru Nakamura develops 26 26. Indian. Andetinan. Iozandiol Mustis. BD6. Stabilizing the position and supporting central control. Wesley So retreats 27. Pet Sewish. B2. Consolidating and preparing long defensive maneuvers. Hikaru Nakamura doubles pressure with 27. Top 2 und nächste Witzifornde Pentikja. In Assasione Dual Mo, in Perines Sobers, und der Nestel. Ent. Retreat, coordinating rooks, menacingly. Wesley So advances 28 Tetpinti. A4. Gaining space and restricting black's kingside play dare. Hikaru Nakamura responds 28. Internien. Endiano, Olichie, Andienain, Enstenadsten. Anden, and Poi, Itaristun, Kedetchai, Enshalioi. Ra3. Penetrating deeply and testing Wesley's defenses. Wesley So repositions 29. Neone, heading for C2 or G2 to stabilize. Hikaru Nakamura retreats 29. Antinian. Indan K. BD7. Regrouping and maintaining flexibility. Wesley So jumps 30. Test. NCT20. Attacking the rook and consolidating queenside control. Hikaru Nakamura retreats, 30. Nadian P. And Issei. Rafur, maintaining activity, without overcommitting. Wesley So pushes, 31-30. B5, gaining space and cramping black's queenside structure. Hikaru Nakamura counters, with 31. Nein. Unnein. RK8, reinforcing pressure along the A file. Wesley So develops 32. BA5, eyeing F7, and provoking defensive responses. Hikaru Nakamura answers 32. PS. Einin. And. B6, blocking lines and holding firm. Wesley So retreats 33. B-Dome, consolidating and protecting key squares patiently. Hikaru Nakamura invades, with 33, pistas in Chinoquo, Citrin. Engman. Panyo. Anne. Is this thou? Anman. Pendamoy. And Ikili. Moises. Ratwu, creating immediate tactical pressure. Wesley So captures 34, Parisian. Arixatvo, eliminating the intrusive rook decisively. Hikaru Nakamura recaptures 34. Nay. And then Arxatvu, restoring material balance and keeping activity. Wesley So centralizes king with 35. KC3, stepping boldly into the fight. Hikaru Nakamura repositions 35 to Tumaniadan. Ninani. One day, Penesimen, Kellik Soration, Anna Pesten Olulshandi. Bidzisaven, stabilizing, and preparing, long defense. Wesley So maneuvers, 36. B5, repeating pressure and testing black's patience. Hikaru Nakamura responds 36. And Andanin. Ganan. B6, holding ground with disciplined defense. Wesley So retreats, 37. B2, maintaining flexibility and avoiding overextension. Hikaru Nakamura plays 37. Endis, Antise. And Do. Has 6, creating luft and preventing back rank issues. Wesley So jumps, again, with 38. BA5, persistent pressure wearing on black's nerves. Hikaru Nakamura counters, 38. Enanindel. And Rafif, activating the rook and challenging b5. Wesley So retreats 39, Petkorn. b2, keeping the position under control without risks. Hikaru, Nakamura, repositions, 39, Pistol. All. And b7, staying solid and patient. Wesley So plays 40 chen, Penning Venelkichivo Nistuin, Kibus plays 40. b5, relentless probing, forcing black to stay alert. Hikaru Nakamura answers 40p. Ingen. Amin Shonni. Nende. b8, tightening defense and covering critical squares. Wesley So jumps 41, Pennis Yui. NB4, attacking and provoking a critical exchange. Hikaru Nakamura captures 41, Tustumanian. Nesting. Ina. Un. BXB40, forcing simplification with check. Wesley So recaptures 42. Maze. Eric's b4, keeping material balance and activating the rook. Hikaru Nakamura pushes 42. Neninwan Mei. Chashi. Unanainanium Neo. 5. Breaking structure and opening new lines. Wesley So retreats 43. Testen. RB2. Stabilizing and preparing long defense. Hikaru Nakamura captures 43. Testopenin. Unnoticed. Est. RXB. 5. Grabbing material and gaining activity. Wesley So responds 44. Bidon, defending and preparing king activity. Hikaru Nakamura captures again with 44. Zonuan. No. Numenkin. Investing and Yenben. RE's BD2, simplifying into a heavy endgame. Wesley So recaptures 45. Dedadenan, Panbinon Mesuru recaptures 45. KXB2, bringing the king into the center confidently. Hikaru Nakamura develops 45. Nina. Andy. Amunu. Ashten. Anuben is shewe nieste pepsibon. Anablaina. An. B5. Activating the bishop with tempo. Wesley So plays 46. BR5. Attacking and provoking weaknesses. Bites. Hikaru Nakamura answers 46. Antinen. Anandariya. B8. holding the position together carefully. Wesley So marches with 47, Pentobania, secure. K3, improving king position, on the queen side. Hikaru Nakamura counters, 47, Pipstigemis Sedenstovoasia. In order, Ki, Isedis. Anande. KB5, activating king aggressively. Wesley So checks with 48, Pinus Yuan, Jamok Shuan. Between, forcing king, repositioning Kant. Hikaru Nakamura steps to 48, punch. Nyai Iyong. Kafive, avoiding danger calmly. Wesley So retreats 49, Pestin. Be done, regrouping for the long endgame grind. Hikaru Nakamura pushes 49. And then, Inanis. Aninwanans, and the Dizante, and the Nichain, and the Zimapun, and then. B5, fixing queenside structure. Wesley So plays 50 knights. BB3, targeting weak pawns, and maintaining pressure. Hikaru Nakamura, response 50 Korean. Tiname. Kedistanon, Iniwara Sen, Tesiura de Sio. Ander. BG6, defending precisely. Wesley So maneuvers 51, Petkistimanens. Betfu, maintaining bishop flexibility, Mawoljes Sunen, and Miakshigomasion, Iul Saksklio. Hikaru Nakamura plays 51 Pette, Gerne de Tio insist, Teboen, Helentine, Chiliyong. Endiasen. Nay. F6, solidifying and restricting, bishop scope. Wesley So retreats, 52. BB3, repeating pressure patiently. Hikaru Nakamura, answers, 52, patch to win. Asinei. Nandadan, Enolwobis Siuasumish states. B7, holding critical diagonals. Wesley So plays 53. Batfu, probing endlessly for weaknesses. Hikaru Nakamura, response 53. Oda de Gina. Yes. BC6, maintaining defensive harmony. Wesley So retreats, 54, Pestinahan. BB3, refusing to concede initiative. Hikaru Nakamura answers 54, Pestinazio. Now wait. Energy door. B7, locked in defensive, repetition. Wesley So plays 55 tokes. Bidon, regrouping for a breakthrough attempt. Hikaru Nakamura strikes with 55 daring. Mendoinano antennas piliin and the modus torially. Endy, Indo, Penitornate. Before a forcing king movement, Petimus tuins, Beishanorde. Wesley So plays 56. Kabi-tuo, calmly stepping aside, keeping king active while refusing to yield ground under pressure. Hikaru Nakamura answers 56. Enter. And me, te peneste, togo menguin, or cielo. Kabi 5, marching the king forward, sensing chances in the queenside endgame battle. Wesley So checks with 57. Pendan wori, istimokimis stores to a niktio. Bitwon, using the bishop actively to disrupt black's king coordination. Hikaru Nakamura moves 57 to Puejain. Gerondesimes, Gedendo Pentrondicea. Mzanihan. Inesiolenio gentul. On lois the base. En tonis, etestionen, emosenen, Tolomishio, Abegia, Enisterlinjati. Kafur, sidestepping the check while staying aggressively placed. Wesley So follows with 58. Bidonas, another precise check, forcing black's king into a narrow path. Hikaru Nakamura retreats 58 but. Nyanen. Almonye. Kabi 5, accepting repetition to avoid worse structural damage. Wesley So repositions 59. BR5, keeping pressure alive and restricting black's pawn advances. Hikaru Nakamura responds 59. In Morbenendia, and the Yelwoods and now Wanadaman, Tiyamentanu, Anai, Benjati. Enton. Bchx, placing the bishop firmly to guard key squares. Wesley So plays 60. KB3, improving king activity and supporting queenside pawns. Hikaru Nakamura answers 60 coin. Pain winded 10, Pushenes, Ingena distincte. Unknown. Niene, Enabie. Entity. Kafiva, holding opposition and blocking progress stubbornly. Wesley So jumps with 61. Atenen, Keda Zewin Kanoet Shur, in 61. BF7, attacking pawns and forcing defensive accuracy. Hikaru Nakamura replies 61. Porens. Elkin Selen, and add a Shema in the Shema. Ind. BB7, calmly covering weaknesses and holding the line. Wesley So maneuvers 62, Terpnede to Richorn. The Zix, centralizing the bishop with renewed attacking angles. Hikaru Nakamura, answer 62, Wana. E. B cheeks, matching bishop placement to neutralize threats. Wesley So strikes with 63. BSF5, finally winning a pawn, a small cut that slowly bleeds black. Hikaru Nakamura responds 63. Then story shiden. In the deal benje, in the non t. BP5, activating the bishop to regain counterplay. Wesley So advances, 64, piliin. KB2, consolidating extra material and avoiding tactical tricks. Hikaru Nakamura plays 64 torti. And Yeni. Ant. Kafuo, pushing the king deep, searching for counter chances. Wesley So retreats 65. B6, keeping the bishop active and guarding critical squares. Hikaru Nakamura, answer 65. Elwenon. Istin. Istierna, and Generotern, Astia. BC4, placing the bishop aggressively to block progress. Wesley So checks with 66. B7, forcing black's king to reconsider its route. Hikaru Nakamura responds 66. Mant. Endai. BP5, interposing calmly and maintaining balance. Wesley So returns. 67. B6, refusing exchanges and keeping long-term pressure. Hikaru Nakamura repeats 67. Endis 10. Piliin, then Colmayan Yubuo. Anal BC4, locking the structure in tense standoff. Wesley So jumps 68. Bg4, activating the bishop and eyeing kingside targets. Hikaru Nakamura pushes 68. Pindais. Anit. Eniximonanian. No women. Tanestiasen, and Eshpolior Kubilevichdani. B. Advancing the pawn, hoping for counterplay. Wesley So checks again with 69. BD7, keeping black's king under constant annoyance. Hikaru Nakamura answers 69. Ernst. Ernst. KB4, stepping forward bravely despite looming danger. Wesley So plays 70 terrace. BG East, planting the bishop powerfully on a dominating square. Hikaru Nakamura retreats 70. on. Undernoy. Khafif, blocking further penetration carefully. Wesley So marches 71. Torch piliin, in a wika. K3, improving king placement, and supporting the bishops. Hikaru Nakamura answers 71. Port piliin. Enden. Onenyan, Underkel, Tenendan, is Tenenyan. KB6, staying close to pawns, and resisting infiltration. Wesley So plays 72. Piliin, Togat you always a D. Bafur, fixing queenside structure, and limiting black's options. Hikaru Nakamura, response, 72. And, Sikime, Azeno in Malkpenway. Erneninen. Kafive, holding the critical squares stubbornly. Wesley So checks with 73. B7, maintaining pressure, and forcing accuracy. Hikaru Nakamura, answers 73, pushed on. Ents. Ma. KB6, choosing safety over ambition, tends towards, and it will resist in Italian, ambition. Wesley So plays, 74. B8, a quiet but strong regrouping toward domination. Hikaru Nakamura, response 74. Omanin. Anis. Insin. Kafive, clinging to the queenside blockade. Wesley So jumps 75. B5, stretching black's defense across the board. Hikaru Nakamura, replies 75. And then our is P. Iniption. KB6, visibly running out of constructive plans. Wesley So retreats, 76. Bidon, calmly preparing the final technical phase. Hikaru Nakamura, answers 76. And. KB5, pushing the king again, hoping for imbalance. Wesley So strikes with 77, Iyong. F3, opening lines and preparing to break the structure. Hikaru Nakamura, captures 77 Tapuran. Indenin. Anibjalisten Shanichiwan, Openitan, Anistauntai. X3, accepting the pawn but opening dangerous lines. Wesley So recaptures 78. Bxf3, restoring material edge and activating the bishop decisively. Hikaru Nakamura, plays 78. Nindi. Nindi, Esyanin, and Oladio. KKTX, centralizing the king, for defense. Wesley So retreats 79. Bidon, tightening control and limiting counterplay, Dachi. Hikaru Nakamura, advances 79. Endgame. Iyong. KD6, stepping into the center, to resist. Wesley So captures 80. BXB3, removing a dangerous passer and sealing advantage. Hikaru Nakamura, response 80. Piliin. Iyong. B6, activating the bishop defensively. Wesley So plays 81. Sen 81. KB4, king marches forward, with confidence. Hikaru Nakamura answers 81. Systemde, Muskowistelia. Andien, Andie, Andel, and SC, Angel. NT. BB7, holding diagonals, but running out of resources. Wesley So continues 82. Keithy, dominating central squares, completely. Hikaru Nakamura, response, 82, part. Nenzizanowe. A6, passive defense, under mounting pressure, pain. Wesley So steps 83. KD2, calmly converting, no rush, no risk. Hikaru Nakamura plays 83. Issue. B8, retreating into a purely defensive shell. Wesley So develops 84. BC2, coordinating bishops for the final squeeze. Hikaru Nakamura answers 84. Petsin. Endomindis, and its showbim Kantesten, a more sikanabaloachidu ko, halbit. En dobinen, en insinumanites, and now law wordo. BG4, a last attempt at activity. Wesley So retreats 85. Bidon, shutting the door firmly on counterplay. Hikaru Nakamura plays 85 tone. En senowordinistune, cassettes kawen. All at. Onbendiken. Is sabomen mei, and the pay, and awutam. BFF, grasping for stability. Wesley So centralizes 86. Keone, flawless technique, no cracks left. Hikaru Nakamura, response 86. Yan. SC Kenmo. Nilboids. Ildinistan. Inorigens. B4, trying to provoke something, anything. Wesley So plays 87. Calf Dave Dew, calmly sidestepping and keeping everything under control. Hikaru Nakamura, Ansys 87, Porich Maniduao, Iseno, Untendensgesagt. Enna. BFEV, repeating in quiet resignation. Wesley So advances 88. KF3, King dominance becomes overwhelming. Hikaru Nakamura plays 88. Internal and Salwits. K6, bracing for the inevitable. Wesley So steps 89. Kafur, King marches like a general finishing the war. Hikaru Nakamura, response 89. Indiano, Eje, Penjabut Sorokshivulin. Oh, no, Parnay, and issues. BD3, last defensive gesture before collapse. Wesley So checks with 90. BG40, forcing king displacement decisively. Hikaru Nakamura answers 90 times. Anomen, is known as letzte key. In Italian. KD6, but the net is already closed. Wesley So plays 91. BF5, tightening the bind mercilessly. Hikaru Nakamura, response 91. Antoniain, when do always. Assume-ish. B2, shuffling under suffocating pressure. Wesley So repositions 92. Dawn, calmly preparing the final break. Hikaru Nakamura answers 92. Pushtesti. Message. N1. K6, visibly out of ideas. Wesley So plays 93. Petinrati, Porktasor. BC2, perfect coordination before the strike. Hikaru Nakamura, responds 93. Onwana, den endgame stiwunde, pandikadisi urda strategia. Antense. BC4, a desperate block. Wesley So jumps 94. Perts. A7, stretching the defense to breaking point. Warrior Siri. Hikaru Nakamura answers 94 to Dexin. Nimchus 94. Endopen. BB3, clinging to material but position, is lost. Wesley So checks with 95. Big Gate, a final forcing move, sealing fate. Hikaru Nakamura responds, 95. Anande. Eisen. KD6, completely tied up. Wesley So plays 96. E4. The central pawn finally breaks through, sealing a dominant position where black's defense has completely collapsed. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to bring you even more exciting chess games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.